Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I welcome Ms. Kavitha Dev Nadimpalli, and she will talk about value addition products in honey. I now request the speaker to begin. Thank you.
Thank you very much for introducing us.
Thank you.
We are a startup from last 4 years, and we are incubated in Agriculture University of Chhattisgarh. That is a Rabi Raftar, and we had a grant from there. Our startup name is Be Bliss. Be Bliss. Okay. And we are here to make small scale farmers to earn themselves through bee products. That is the reason we started this startup. Let's talk about it later once again. Now, we should learn. This presentation will keep you interested because we are talking about the natural things from bee boxes. So, from bee boxes, we can get pollination as well. Excluding that, we can value add the products from bee box so that the small holders can also be economical to themselves. Okay. So the next one, what is honey? Everybody knows about honey, but there are few other products from the bee boxes, which mostly 90% doesn't know. The remaining things are also that much rich enough for us, nutritional enough for us. Economically, we can do value addition products from that also. So we are going to talk about the remaining things. Firstly, you know what is honey, right? That is a major primary product which everybody talks about. That may be regarding the health concept, that may be the natural sweetener, something else, right? Excluding this, we have bee wax. In the wax itself, the honey will be stored. The bee wax is also that much important to do value additions. Like candles we can do soaps with it, we can do cosmetics, and we can also do value additions not only with wax, we can add few other things to that so that it will be nutritional enough. The second one is that. The third one is bee pollen. Bee pollen. What is pollen, first of all? Everybody knows in a flower, there will be a stigma, which is a long one. For example, if I talk about hibiscus flower, right? Hibiscus flower, everybody can notice there'll be a long string-like thing. On the top of it, there'll be yellow ball-like thing, right? That is called a pollen. That pollen will be extracted by the bees, and that will be with the saliva of the bee, they will do some what's a chemical reaction with it and store it in their hives for their children as a food. This pollen is that much important. Okay. So when bees, they'll put the eggs in the hectagonal shape of the bee wax, put some eggs along with the honey, they'll put some bee pollen also into that, and they'll close it. After the eggs become the babies, they will eat that pollen itself in the first attempt, and they'll grow a little bit. They'll just tear that upper layer of the wax, then they'll come outside. That is a specialty of bee pollen. And what is bee propolis? Propolis is nothing but it is just like a jelly, a sticky jelly. For example, if you talk about big trees, which are 20 years, 30 years older than that, on the stem itself, you can notice small liquids will be coming out. That will be very thick, right? That is called generally propolis. These bees will take that propolis over there, and they'll interact it with their saliva, and they'll use it for making not for making, just for making the bee beehive comfortable to them. This propolis is very much important for us in our skin and our oral health. I'm talking about human also. Oral health and the skin care. If you put propolis in your tooth powders, your toothpastes, there will be very huge difference in the quality as well as the nutritional value of your product. Next comes your royal jelly. Royal jelly is nothing but that is rarely seen actually. 1% also nobody can know. It is very much costlier when you compare with the propolis and your pollen. Okay, it is just like a jelly thing. It will be very rarely used, but it is more nutritional when compared to your propolis. 99% of royal jelly is not used in the value addition in India, especially because of the cost. Okay, so let's talk about more about honey now. What is honey? It's not just a food item. It is having more nutritional value, medicinal value, and it is economically also very good for us. So there is more demand and it is very versatile for us. When you talk about the nutritional value, it is very rich in our natural sugars and the enzymes in that. And the honey, it is very much suitable for our energy, instant energy giving, right? And in medicines, everybody knows many people are using this from centuries itself. For a cough, when you talk about children, the mothers will just put some honey on their tongue, is it? If you add some little bit of ginger powder to that or black pepper to that, that will be very good for your cough infections, right? And for wounds healing, honey is the best. When you mix with some what to say, haldi, that is turmeric, and put it for your wounds and all, it is a natural thing for us, right? And for everybody knows it's a very good immunity booster also. When you compare with sugar or with the jaggery, it's a little bit costlier, but don't compare it only with your what to say, money point of view, but compare with the remaining things, the nutritional value what it has, and it is a natural thing which we get. Sugar is a processed one which is not at all good for us. So for the sweetener, if you use honey, it will be a best remedy for everything. And when you come to the ecological role, for pollination, everybody knows this. Bees are very good for pollination. Especially when we started our startup, this is the main reason why we started. Pollination is very much necessary in a farm to increase our production also. But 90% of the farmers in India are not using bee boxes in their farms. Why so? It is just because they don't have the knowledge about it. One second. Because they don't have more knowledge about the bee boxes. If anybody shares the awareness to them and helps them in putting some value-added products with the bee products, that will be a great thing. That is what we have done. Being educated in natural farming, we don't get in natural farming, we can at least implement such things. But when I talk to the remaining nearby farmers to me, why don't you introduce bee boxes to your farm? The only thing what we got is that it's a little bit costly affair for us, and we don't know what to do with the bee boxes. Matlab with honey and all, we can't sell. That is the reason I told them, no, let us start unitedly as a team and do the work. then only bee bliss has come into the field. The next one, what are the value additions we can do with honey? There are many things in that. What we have done is the first and most important one, bee powder. Sorry, honey powder. Honey powder can be done very easily. Firstly, you should heat it to 300 degrees centigrade. Then a crystal, like a bristle, crystals will be formed. Then you should make it into a powder and you should store it. Because honey as it is can't be interestingly used in our kitchens. For example, if you want to make a coffee or a tea or any bakery products, many people are using this powder form more than honey liquid. So we have done that. And we stay in the capital of Chhattisgarh, that is Raipur. So I thought many people are using breads here. So for the bread spreading, we have creamed the honey. The idea has come to us how. That is the reason we should talk about. Our honey, some temperatures that used to be crystallized. Everybody knows it. It gets crystallizes in few situations. So that crystallized honey, everybody used to think it is not natural. It is a natural one, but nobody used to buy it. So we have thought, what should we do with this? That crystalled honey. Then we made it into a creamed form honey. That is a value addition. If there's a small procedure for it, if anybody are interested, I'll certainly share the recipes with you. So that creamed honey can be spreaded just like your butter on the bread, right? That's a great opportunity for us to use this crystalled honey. The next one, flavored honey. If you infuse the product into, for example, ginger, right? Lemon, and ashwagandha, anything what you want, you should infuse it so that you can get that flavored honey. Or some flavored honey can be done like many farmers in, I've talked about Ambikapur. There is lychee farmers over there. That is a fruit. Lychee is a fruit. The farmer will have around 20 acres, 10 acres of lychee farming, right? So our bee boxes will go there, and that honey will be taken from the sting of the flowers. So that is direct lychee flavored, not flavored, lychee honey. But if you want to make it a flavored honey, you should infuse that product to it. Example, ginger, right? Next, herbs also I have talked about. Ashwagandha, mainly you can do that, right? The next, it is used in the bakery items. It is mostly we can use that in soaps also. We can make good honey soaps using both wax as well as honey. I'm not talking about I'm talking about the soaps from the scratch. Don't buy a soap base and inculcate in that. You should have your own interest in this. So we'll do soaps from the scratch. So where you can use your honey, you can use a pollen also. You can use a propolis also in that, so that the soap quality will increase. Lip balms, best alternative for your general cosmetics which are chemicalized. Lip balms will be very great. You try to do a value addition with honey as well as wax. The other ingredients in this will be oils and some fragrances. But we don't add any fragrances, nor we don't add any colors to that. Because honey is natural. So don't put some color to that. But certainly add your vitamin E to this. Because vitamin E not only increases your skin quality, but it will act as a preservative. for your product, right? Excluding that, try to introduce honey to make tooth powder. I'm giving you one more product from our company. We do tooth powder balls, right? Balls, because we don't want to make it into a paste. If you want to make it into a paste, toothpaste, then you should add some preservatives to that, because it will be a semi-solid powder, semi-solid shape. That should be added a preservatives. That is the reason we doesn't want to go with a plastic to that. So we made into a ball shape. That powder, we have added some honey powder to that and some liquid honey also, with some few other ingredients to make it a ball shape. Like your Ayurvedic medicine, small balls will be there, na? Like that. So it is very easy for the customer to carry that also. And if you just immerse it in liquid, it will, become a liquid, powder form. That ball will become a powder form, which will be very convenient in brushing your teeth, right? So next, you can go with body lotions also. Body lotions. And you can go with some scrubs also with honey, crystalled honey. But everybody should notice that crystalled honey should be there in certain temperatures. That research should be done by you people, right? So there are many other things which we can do value addition with honey. The next, I told you regarding this, bee boxes are necessary for us for pollination to increase our yield. Next, it also increases our income, right? The farmer's income will be doubled. And it is very sustainable. Everybody knows about it, and it can be scalable also. When it comes to the nature, beehives, nature, agriculture, everything will be interrelated to each other, right? When we do any business with nature, with ecology, with sustainability, that is a great opportunity for us, the God has given us, right? So there are many other challenges for the farmers. Why they are not adapting bee farming, beekeeping, bee boxes, right? Like I told you before itself, lack of awareness and the training programs, right? So if the government comes forward and give the training programs to them and make them aware why it is necessary, certainly the farmers use this. If the government, along with it, there are many NGOs also who can take part in this, right? Many people say that due to the stinging of the bee, they are very much not interested. That is just a small thing. If you are aware of it, what to do, when to do, why you should not disturb them, at what time. So nothing will happen to you, right? And your investment there's no investment in this. The government in Chhattisgarh, it is giving free bee boxes, but nobody are using more. There are many other states where there are some agricultural, sectors where they are giving free bee boxes to the farmers. The next, market. You should select such a product which is every day, which is useful. Then the market is very much good for you. Nobody will come to us and link us to the market. But the government is doing from their side. But if we also get a little bit of awareness and do the value addition of it as the natural products, like I told you about honey powder, right? So if you do such products, soaps, lip balms, you can directly sell your products. It's not like rural areas. How can they do? No. Here we are educating self-help group people. we are making them into groups, out of which one person who is a little bit educated, or if they want to go into the market, they'll stand for the marketing place. The remaining people, they'll go for production, one for some other work. We should divide in this way. There is no such rural or urban cities nowadays. Everybody are interested, urban people are interested in going to the rural areas nowadays and buy their products from the direct farmers. We are a live example for that. We don't encourage middlemen in between. We are having only 12 acres of land. How many customers do you need for that? How many customers can you give them your product, right? In that way, if you directly sell your product, there's no problem for you. Don't think that I'm not educated, the farmer is not educated. Like, no, if you give a little bit effort to yourself, certainly you will have the ways. The government is there, the NGOs are there, startups are there to help you in all the ways. The next, for example, if you talk about us, we are there to give you support in your training as well as in your skill developments, right? For the market linkages, certainly we'll help you because already we are into the market, and we'll help you in giving subsidized bee boxes. If not, we'll give the data for you where you can get this subsidized boxes, right? The branding and the value addition, certainly you should have somebody who is a little bit educated in your team. If you don't have somebody, you can contact us. We are there. We'll be very happy to help you people. Like I told you, the government is giving more importance to value addition of bee boxes. Yeah, they are giving you bee boxes directly. Examples are, for example, West Bengal ki honey लीजिएगा, right? It is a GI direct from the source of the government from the forest. Like that, the village in Maharashtra, it completely became a honey village. They have done in such a ways that everybody will be benefited, right? So for example, if you talk about Gujarat beekeeping aids, the government also had a hand in this, right? So these are just an examples what I'm showing you. But you can also directly form groups and contact some startups, some NGOs, so that you can also be benefited. The next one. Everybody knows the future is natural farming, right? In natural farming, certainly bees play a vital role in your pollination, in increasing your productions. So honey will be the major component of bee boxes. So let's do some value addition with it and let's grow together. Next, everybody knows, just now I've talked about cultivating a sustainable future. There are many opportunities like partnership opportunities. Everybody can collaborate for the trainings as well as distribution of the boxes. Then the resources we'll be sharing, and community, we should go to the communities and sell our own products. So let's work together to make a lasting impact in the rural livelihood. Thank you very much from my side. And any questions, I'll be very much grateful to answer.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for a wonderful presentation. I will take up the questions now. In the meantime, can you please stop sharing the screen, ma'am, so that we can see your full video?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. What are the most popular value-added products that can be made using honey, ma'am?
I told you now, the honey powder. Everybody are going with honey powder right now. And the second one is flavored honey. The third one, candies. Many people are preparing candies out of which which is a natural chocolate. I can say in that way. Many people are fond of chocolates. So let's give them natural chocolate. Candies. Actually, they are candies.
Okay.
The fourth one is the lip balms.
Mhm. Okay. How can honey be incorporated into bakery, confectionery, and beverage products without losing its nutritional properties?
Yeah. I told you about crystallization of the honey, na?
Yes.
So that can be mixed one half of ratio of liquid honey and the crystallized honey to make it a creamy textured jelly, which can be used in your topping up of your bakery products, breads, cookies. On the top of it, you can add it and you can eat in sandwiches and all. And the second one, we use it in our cakes also. Actually, we are working in millets also. So with millet, we are adding jaggery as a sweetener in cakes. In jaggery, we add 50% of the honey, 50% of the jaggery to that. And you're talking about the juices. You're talking about the liquids. Actually, you're talking about drinks, is it? Directly, you can incorporate as a liquid into that. But you can't. I don't think so. You lose any nutritional value. But if it is heated too much, then there is a problem. A nutritional value will be reduced.
Okay. What are the technical challenges in processing honey for value-added products, especially regarding temperature and flavor retention?
Yeah, a little bit problem, but there are many sophisticated machinery nowadays. So it will be very easy for you to in actually cleaning the honey firstly while taking it from the beehive, na? That hectagonal shape bee wax. From that bee wax only you should squeeze the honey, right? A little bit problem will be there because the stings, the bees will be biting you, right? There is a small problem over there. The second one is they should certainly wear your gloves while doing any value addition so that there will not be any problems later on. But try to select such products so that no need of you adding any preservatives to it. If you add more preservatives, again, how can you tell it as a natural thing, right? I talked about tooth powders. I talked about soaps. They don't need any preservatives at all. So there'll not be more challenges while doing a value addition. But for
Okay.
example, soaps, there are some machineries to be used. You should select your products from the beforehand. We have selected 10 products, not only with honey, we are doing with some other value added products of bee boxes. So we selected 10. Out of the 10 products, we will have many machineries for each and everything separately. But they are very cheap also. No need of you, what is the worrying about it.
Okay. How can honey be infused with herbs, spices, or fruits to create unique product lines?
Yeah. For example, you're talking about infusion, right? Infusing something into the honey, right? For 1 year, we'll be putting ginger into the honey box. For example, you're talking about 10 kgs of honey, right? We'll mostly use glass containers. We'll chop the ginger, put it in a cloth, and we'll infuse in the honey, right? For every month or so, we'll be taking out the cloth and squeezing it away, and again we'll put it back. So if it is 1 year long, then only the flavor will be very rich in that. So in that way, you can infuse not only ginger, garlic they are doing. Somebody is doing some herbs, but you're talking about fruits, na? Actually, I'm not interested in fruits infusion. because the fruit itself is a liquid container, liquid one again. So it gets contaminated. But for example, if you talk about lollies, the there'll be long sachet-like thing where you can put honey with a flavor, beetroot, with haldi, with mango. You can do in such a ways also. But they can't last more time.
Okay. What role does moisture content play in deciding honey's suitability for different value-added applications, ma'am?
What I have talked about the value additions, the moisture content doesn't bother you at all. But as you said, if you're inculcating with fruits and all, moisture will certainly play a role. But that can be technically treated itself. They should have more trainings on it. Then only they can do this.
Okay. What quality standards and certifications are required for honey-based product in domestic and export markets, ma'am?
Certainly, you should have your licenses, food license for this. Along with bee boxes, if you're putting it, you should have certificates for that. What is the bee you're using in this? And what are your farming? For example, what are the farming, like vegetables, like fruits, what are your farming? You should give those also to get certifications. But I don't know more about exports because
Okay.
we're not interested in that.
Okay. How can producers ensure that the medical properties of honey are retained in the processed products, ma'am?
You should go for your what to say, um, what is that called? Uh, uh, I have heard that you should go for, while before going to the branding, you should take for the laboratory and you should put that certifications.
Okay. Ma'am, according to you, which honey value added products have the highest profit margin in Indian market?
Ginger, ginger infused honey.
Okay.
Yeah, and second one, the most is honey powder. The second
Okay.
one, ginger infused honey.
Okay. How can small scale beekeepers collaborate with food processors to create profitable honey based products?
Ma'am, that directly they can't reach, but through some NGOs, through government, they can, they can arrange them in groups. Like for example, 1 acre farmer is there. He'll get very less honey when compared, right? If such farmers get unitedly, like 100 kgs, 1000 kgs of honey, then only they can meet these people, no? Because their work will be very high. So making them into groups, teams, then selling their product to them. Then only they get benefit.
Okay. How can waste from honey processing like beeswax be used for additional value added products?
Come again, ma'am. Bee wax.
Be used for additional value added products.
Yes, yes. I told about soaps, no, ma'am. I told about candles also. I'm talking about lip balms also. In these three items, especially cosmetics, bee wax is used more and honey is used very less in quantity. But there are many, many products to do that.
Okay. Oh,
We do moisturizer in a bar shape. We use honey in that and we use wax also in that. We don't do liquid moisturizer. We do a bar moisturizer. That is a great option for combining wax as well as honey.
okay. What inspired you to start Samarpanna Natural Farms, and how did
Natural.
honey became a part of your value addition journey, ma'am?
Actually, by profession, I'm a MA B.Ed teacher. After our children's education, till 12th standard, I helped them a lot. Later, I thought I should do something which for me, for my family, that should be from nature. So I started farming, learned farming for 2 years, and we purchased a farm. Then I started farming over there. But for a natural farming, the production can't be enough like a chemical farm. If the chemical farmer gets 100 kgs, a natural farmer gets 50 to 60 kgs itself when you compare comparatively. So while sitting in the farm, every day I used to think, how can I go through this? How can I get sustainability to the farm? Then I thought of bee boxes. The bee boxes are the only option where the pollination happens and your production increases, right? But if I do alone, my bees will rotate for long distance now. So if they go and sit in some other form and they want to take the nectar from there, that is a chemical farm, then they'll die. Is it? So I thought of educating nearby farmers, but nobody used to hear me because they think that bee boxes pollination is nothing that much important to them. So what I have done is I started value addition with these things, showed the nearby farmers so that they also inculcated bee boxes in their farm. This is how we started our
Okay.
journey to bee bliss.
Okay. How has your background influenced your approach to natural and sustainable farming?
Very much, ma'am. Very much. It influenced us very much. A small example to you. My journey towards agriculture started in 2010, year 11, 10 to 11. Till then, I'm also an urban lady. My father is a doctor, mother is a teacher. So I used to think, how can I give nutritional food to my children? Making them wake up by 5 o'clock. Like that, I used to do. I used to give them pumpkin, rakia, na, that juice every day in the morning. First, first juice will be that to them. One day, my younger child, he didn't drink, he has put it somewhere. In the evening time, I've seen the glass. The upper part of the juice is of oil. It became separated. So I thought I didn't add any oil or ghee to this. How this oil has come? Don't think I'm a layperson that time. I don't know what is farming. I don't know what is mitti. I don't know what chemical is used to farming. Nothing at all. But after noticing that oil, my mind changed literally. For few months, I have done research on that. Then at last, I have known that whatever you're eating every day, there is chemicalized food in that. Don't think you're giving good food to your children, healthy food to your children. Fir bhi, there is chemical in that. Then only me, my husband thought of, no, we can't purchase vegetables from outside. Let's do it by ourselves. That is a turning point of my life where I entered into agriculture. After my children's education, now they are grown up. Now they are into different streams. But till 12th standard, I am the teacher. I am the main teacher for them. After that, I started my farming. Now we are with farmers around 400 people as a group.
Okay. What were the initial challenges you faced when working with honey and bee-based products?
Many challenges, ma'am. Just I talked about stinging of the bees. Na? That is the main problem which I faced. The later on, the the honey changes its color, shade. I'm not talking about color, sorry. Shades depends on your temperature, depends on the season, depends on the nectar which they get, right? And the container which you're putting. Many things are there. But always the customer used to say, Kavitha, why am I not getting the same color of honey all the time? They need the same color because they used to think that I'm changing the shade, but I'm not giving them pure honey. This is the major one every farmer will be facing in beekeeping. That is the main challenge which we overcome after around 1.5, 2 years. It has taken us to solve that situation. That is a major one.
Okay. What measures do you take to ensure your honey meets both quality and safety standards?
Always the room will be of same temperatures and the people are same till today. I will not change the persons while cleaning the honey. We'll put some, actually we put uh, bee wax ke saath honey in some containers, right? That percent will not change. The timings will not change. The how much time it should clean up, that will not change. Everything will be on paper, just like that we'll be putting it. If not, the shades will be different. That is a major task.
Okay. How do you promote your honey-based products in both local and wider markets?
Actually, ma'am, mostly we are doing in Chhattisgarh because our farm is around 25 kilometers from the main city. So our products will be taken to the city and we have our own store over here. So directly we'll sell. And talking regarding the honey and the products from other self-help groups, because we are helping them, no, we will give them market linkages. For example, if you talk about Bilai, which is just 40 kilometers from Raipur, there one self-help group will work. Like that, we have divided our teams. In Raipur, you'll get Bee Bliss products. In Bilai, you'll get certain self-help group people where they can sell. That is how we'll be changing it. We'll be cutting the persons. Cutting, not that's not the correct word. That self-help group people will work over there. And I'll be monitoring each and everything.
Okay.
So
What
that's
advice? Yes, ma'am. What advice would you give to women entrepreneurs wanting to enter this sector, ma'am?
let them go. We're talking about value addition, no?
Yeah, value addition in honey.
Let them go with honey powder first because that is very easy to do it, value added, and to sell also. Second one, let them go with cosmetics. The cosmetics line is very good nowadays. And the very most important thing is be consistent to your work. Then only you can do anything. Always be consistent in your work, which is very much lacking in certain self-help group people because they don't have that much awareness. So it will be good if we help these people in giving good knowledge, not only about the value addition, but how to talk to your customer, how to prepare your product, and how to manage the time at home as well as in the business. If you do these three other works along with the value addition of the product, certainly they will also earn more money when compared to only farming.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank Ms. Kavitha Dev Nadimpalli for the talk and for answering the questions. This meeting will now be closed.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome, ma'am.